So now let's have a look at all the books I have of the Titanic. Pretty cool. So let's start up here. This one has the names of the survivors. Actually, the names of all the passengers and crew. Sorry about that. And we'll just go down the line here. All the stuff I've acquisitioned over the years. Pretty cool. This is on the movie. It talks about how the movie was, how the set was done, and it was pretty cool. I was also a member of the Titanic Historical Society for a little while. Unfortunately, I was not before the movie, because had I was, I could have actually played a role in the movie. That's kind of what got me into it, the Historical Society, but of course I was a day late and $1 short there, but oh well, that's the way it goes. But had I been a member before, I could have had a non-speaking part or just been on it somehow. It would have been cool. But, like I say, had I been in the right place at the right time. And I'm not going to go through all these, just show you the covers of what I've got, because we'd be here all night long. And I saved this book for last because there's an interesting story behind this book. My parents gave this to me as a Christmas present. I'm gonna say it must have been somewhere around 1992-ish. And unfortunately, this book is screwed up. When you open the pages, it goes from like page 21, 65. How the heck does that do that? Okay, here we go. It goes from page 32 to page 65. And then all the way through, and then it goes back to 65 again. Junk. Well, the unfortunate thing is this book was out of print, and I actually wrote a letter in high school to the publisher and got absolutely nowhere. And then I actually wrote to Dr. Robert Ballard and explained the situation to him. And unfortunately, he told me that the book was out of production. So he sent me this book as a replacement, and he also gave me this National Geographic. I'm actually going to put the camera down because I don't want to screw this up. Of course, the light's going to reflect. But an autographed copy of this National Geographic, which was very cool. So, someday down the road, I might find a correct version of this other book. So anyway, that's pretty cool that I got that. And about 2 years ago, there was an exhibit at Foxwoods in Connecticut, and you could actually go through and look at all this stuff. All the art, well, not all the artifacts, but some of them, and it was kind of cool. You actually had a boarding pass, and you were somebody. And this tells you about it. I don't know if you can read that clear enough if you pause the video. But to make a long story short, I didn't survive. I was in first class, and being a first class male, your chances of survival weren't too good. Actually, it was even worse with third class, but it was pretty cool. And there's the the ticket. Also, while I was there, I purchased a few of these books. That one, for sure. The Survivor book. And I think that one came from there. And I also purchased this, which is really cool. This is a replica of one of the third class blankets. Very, very cool. So I actually have it. It's awesome. Now let's have a look at some other stuff that I have.